Hello, let me introduce myself. My name is Christie and I currently hold a degree in visual communication design. I have a strong passion for creating designs that are not only visually engaging but also can convey a message effectively and with meaning and also purpose. I have worked through a variety of different projects, both independently and also in teams, and I think that these projects have helped me increase my skills and improve my skills in creativity, adaptability, and also attention to detail. I am also someone who is always eager to learn something new and also continuously improve my skills as a graphic designer or a designer in general. So my motivation or for my interest in the field of graphic design mainly comes from my passion for designing, for graphic design in general, and how just a simple design or any design can convey a message clearly and effectively without needing much information just from the designs. And then, ever since I was younger, I have always been drawn to visuals, to art, to anything related to that field and design, and how it can convey and express a simple idea or any idea into a visual without needing much words or needing much information. And over the time, I have also learned that design is not just about the aesthetics or the visuals, but it's also about how it can convey a message, solve problems effectively and clearly. So that realization made me more interested in exploring the field of designing in a more professional sense. So my main strengths that are most relevant to these positions is that I consider myself as a creative person. I convey ideas into strong visual concepts and I also pay attention to detail. And I enjoy exploring different kinds of styles, different kinds of designs, and adapting my styles into different projects. And I think that it makes me a very adaptable person. So in my workflow, I also consider myself as having good time management skills that can help me stay efficient and also meet deadlines. I'm also someone who never misses their deadlines, and I think that it's become one of my main strengths. Alongside from this, I also have good communication skills that can help me understand briefs clearly and also collaborate with team members or clients more effectively. On the other hand, for my weaknesses or limitations that I have as a designer, is that I sometimes pay attention to one tiny detail way too much, or I become a perfectionist when it comes to finishing my work. And I think that while this improves the quality of the project, I think that it can also affect the efficiency of it and how long it will take for me to finish the project. So to overcome this, I'm starting to work on improving my time management and learning how to prioritize one task better than the other, and just prioritizing the bigger tasks rather than just one tiny detail over and over again, which can affect my time. I also continuously challenge myself to grow out of my comfort zone and also explore different styles, different techniques, and also different designs that I have never tried before. So the design projects that I have worked on that best represents my skills is that I have worked on as a visual team coordinator in a campus organization, especially for theater. So this theater organization invites me to be the visual team coordinator to create the overall concept of the project, the development, the visual branding, and also visual identity of the theater. So this was really challenging for me at first, since I have never done this kind of project before, or I have never done anything related to this before. And with the help of my other coordinator, I still managed to create a strong visual identity for the entire theater organization, and everyone was really satisfied with the outcome of the final work. And I focus on building a consistent visual identity and making sure that the messages were conveyed clearly and engaging enough for the target audience. So this project reflects my ability to combine storytelling skills, strategic thinking, and also visual design into one cohesive outcome. So my workflow from receiving a brief to producing the final design starts with understanding the brief first clearly and detailing, including the objective of the brief, the key message, the target audience, and what message is trying to convey from this brief. Then after I do that, I conduct research and also gather visual references to help shape the overall concept that I want to do. After that, I make a mood board and also I make a mind map and start the ideation process I also start making different sketches or different layouts that I want to do. And after I finish all of that, I move on to onto the final design stage, and I make the final design. And then after I make the final design, I also ask for feedbacks, opinions, and anything that aligns with the project goals. And I try my best to adapt these feedbacks towards the new outcome. So how I use AI or artificial intelligence in my workflow as a designer is I use AI as more of a supportive tool rather than a replacement for the entire project. So I use AI to mostly enhance my workflow, especially towards the ideation stage and creating the concept development and also the creative direction and just generating ideas for the overall ideation stage of the concept. However, as I said before, I see it more AI more of a supportive tool rather than a replacement or rather than the entire project, because I want the final project to come from me directly and not from the AI or from anything else. And it helps me understand my work better as a designer. So how I respond to revisions or feedback that differ from my own opinion, first of all, I believe that feedback is a very important part and a very essential part of a design process, and it will happen no matter what I do. So when I receive a feedback that differs from my own opinion, I try my best to understand the reasoning behind it, and I try my best to understand their perspective and how it can contribute to the overall goal of the project. I also stay open-minded and flexible while also conveying my own personal opinion clearly and effectively if needed. So for me, my priority is always about achieving the best possible outcome for the design project. So yes, I will discuss it with the other person to find the best possible outcome. So if I receive an unclear brief or if there are changes occurring during the design process, I would first ask questions and I clarify the brief before starting the actual design process. This is to avoid misunderstandings or misinformation towards the brief and the final outcome not meeting the expectations of clients clearly. So I believe that communication is a very important part of designing, and I tried my best. If there are different briefs, I will try my best to adapt towards the brief, towards the new direction clearly, while also managing my time and priorities carefully. I also make sure to stay organized so that the revisions can be handled effectively without affecting the overall quality of the work. So in my opinion, the role of a graphic designer in a team is to turn attractive ideas and concepts into clear, attractive visuals. A designer is not only responsible for making things look good visually or aesthetically, but also making sure the message is clear and easy to understand. So a graphic designer also works with other team members, such as the marketing team or the content creation team. Good communication is very important for this because it allows everyone in the team to have the same direction, and so that the final outcome stays consistent. Overall, I see as a graphic designer is someone who helps the team communicate the idea, the problem, in a more clear, effective, and visually a pleasing way. So that is all for me from today. Thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to the opportunity to contribute my skills as a designer in your team. Thank you.